83 overall last year, tied for second in the conference. They were ranked number 17 in the NAIA postseason poll. They entered this year ranked number 19 in the spring poll. Monty Lewis is entering his 30th season of coaching at the collegiate level. He is the Dean of KCAC Coaches, entering his 21st season as a head coach in the conference and his 12th season as head coach of the Friends Falcons. Friends tied for second last year, but just missed the playoffs with their number 17 ranking. Monty has corrected the Falcons to an overall record of 77-36 in 11 seasons, including 3 KCAC titles, including a 10-0 KCAC regular season record in 2008, 3 consecutive NAIA national playoff appearances. He also coached 9 seasons at Southwestern, where he directed the Mountain Builders to 3 back-to-back KCAC championships and an overall record of 60-32. He enters the 2014 season ranked number 5 among active NAIA coaches in total wins, having a combined 137-68 record as a college head coach. Monty Lewis.
How's everybody?
Good.
Good? Well, I want to do as all coaches do. You know, lots of people to thank. I want to thank our commissioner's office with all the work that Scott Crawford does and Rob does. Amazing. You know, we've come a long way. I want to thank the Marriott. This is a tremendous venue for this event. I see our SID back there, Luke, and Miss Mary right beside him. Thank them for the great job they did with the media guide, and I certainly want to thank you, the media. It's been said once or twice already. If you all don't take an interest in it, this doesn't happen. So thank you for being here. I want to introduce the coaches that are with me. Tyler Struckman over there, our offensive line coach, former player. And then, of course, all of you know by now Matt Welch, longtime friend. I mean, listen, this marks 21-year anniversary for Coach Welch and I. We did have to go to marriage counseling this past spring. But no, it's been a great ride with Matty, and I think you guys know him pretty well. Special shout out here. Special shout out here. And this has nothing against Kansas Wesleyan or Matt, where you at? But I got to mention Dave Dallas right here and right now. You know, been a long time since he hasn't sat or been part of this preseason meeting, and I got to tell you, I miss him. I miss him a lot. He called this morning. I'm not calling him back. He still irritates me to no end. I love him, but well, sometimes I want to whip him. But you know, I think his name needs to be mentioned today. We'll miss him. He brought a lot to this conference, did a lot for this conference, and for this body of coaches that's sitting before you. Friends University 2014. We have 41 returning lettermen. We've got 8 starters back on both sides of the ball, 8 on offense, 8 on defense. Our punter and kicker are both back. We're blessed to have 9 preseason all KCAC picks. That's pretty cool. That and 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee. Doesn't mean anything, but it's nice. Listen, I'm not going to read the media guide to you. You read it. Folks did a nice job on it. And so I want you to spend some time with it. You know, we made some strides in 2013, no question about it. 8-3 was a nice bounce back from 6-4, 3 straight seasons. I admitted to you last year, you know, it's my fault we lost our hard edge. Now, I'm not going to take credit for getting it back because we're not back. We don't have it back yet. Not where we want it. So, you know, it was nice to have that breakthrough year. We were beaten by 3 awfully good football teams. I can tell you that playing Tabor and playing Ottawa, losing to both them, and losing to Benedictine, I can tell you that Tabor and Ottawa were better football teams. Now, I don't care who that offends. We played all 3 of them, and I think our coaches will tell you. Tabor was better than the Benedictine team. Ottawa was better than Benedictine. But it was a heck of a schedule and a heck of a run for us. We need to build on, again, what we did in 2013. Our conference is awfully strong. The parity is amazing in a good way. But recruiting went well. You know, I want you to read through the recruits, the ones we did mention in the media guide. You know, there's one recruit that jumps out personally, a kid named Lewis from May South. You know, it's the only time I broke recruiting protocol. I was involved romantically with this recruit's mother. I don't think it helped us sign him one bit.
Somebody named Lewis.
See, they were worried I was going to say slept with her. Okay, depth's the issue. Depth, depth, depth. Wrote it 3 times here. I believe that depth honestly cost us a championship last year. Hopefully, it won't cost us one this year. Because we're not going to hide the fact, men. There's no way I could hide it. I wouldn't try. It's time to end the championship drought, Friends University. We want another ring. And that's what we're going to bust our hind end to get. But everybody up here will do the same thing. We need our captains to lead 24/7. We need some players to grow up. But I know we're going to see a very hungry football family next Tuesday at 11 o'clock. And again, our fortunes will always begin and end up front. I think we have a fine group of returners on offense, even in the offensive line. Defensively, I think we're very talented and athletic there. In special teams, is it something we hope to break even in? We've got to win that facet because the other two are fickle. The other two, offense and defense, can be too fickle. So we got to try to win that special teams side of life. But other than that, we can't wait to get started. I think you guys can probably see that. Or at least I hope you feel it in my voice. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Obviously, it's been a tradition at Friends University to make an attempt to be the most physical school in the conference. How do you do that and yet continue to have depth because you want kids going hard all the time?
Well, the good question. I don't think we have a magic pill or a magic formula. I think it's just understood and quickly taught that that's how we do things at Friends University. No offense to the exotic passing games and very productive passing games, but I've never figured out how to be more physical and throw the ball every down. You've got to run the football to prove physicality. So it's making them understand that you're going to have some live drills at least Tuesday and Wednesday, and start backing off Thursday. But there's no doubt that it can take a toll on your team physically. I don't believe that the injuries we sustained last year at the wrong times, difficult times, were anything reflective of how we practiced. Injuries are part of the game, and you have to learn to deal with them, and we did the best we could, but it would have been nice to be able to hang on to those. If I thought that backing off a little bit would have kept those guys from being injured, I still wouldn't. Deal? All right. Anything else? This is like on video for the last 5 years. You ain't got nothing to say.
Monty,
Yeah.
you play me because you and Matt played me at Southwestern. And you're never going to change that, are you?
No.
You're going to be the meanest, toughest, and try to deliver on each play what matters.
We're not going to change.
We're not
going to apologize.
Are you still going to plan to only throw the ball when you can't think of a running play to go with?
Well, no, because, we have an outstanding receiver in Chris Allen, big play guy, first team all conference, and honestly, I think it's a stigma that we've learned to embrace as an offensive staff, as a coaching staff, period, that, oh gosh, you're playing, okay, Southwestern at the time, more friends, got to put 10 in the box. Well, go ahead, please, because we throw it well enough to hurt teams that do that. Now, a lot of these guys up here don't do that. But bottom line is we're very, very good at throwing the football. It's just a simple choice and honestly how we personally feel about the game. And You guys know who taught me. Charlie Cowdery taught me football. And that's what we do. We run the football. But we're going to raise up and throw it too. I appreciate that, gentlemen. I do.
Can you tell us a little bit about your quarterback situation?
Aaron Hansen will be back. And he won't, I don't see anybody pushing him out of the way. He's a senior. We went through some difficulties that I won't share. But I grew up a little bit along the way. You know, it was tough for this old dinosaur to kind of consider some other ways of thinking on a few things that are a little more prevalent in this day and age than back when I was playing that he made reference to. But Aaron Hansen, without questions, our leader on offense, as is defensively Mason Pauley up front. Those guys have a tremendous burden on their shoulders, both those two players, and they are captains, and we expect them to handle it. But Aaron's the guy under center that we'll be counting on. Anything else? Thank y'all.